Use it as a part of my guided reading program, and it is the Reader's Theater Script box, and show you specifically what I do for guided reading and the resources that I use. And then also I use a course of planner. Good morning. So today I wanted to take you around my guided reading centers and show you specifically what I do for guided reading and the resources that I use. I've gotten questions on Twitter and Instagram about the guided reading, so I'm going to go ahead and do a quick video on that. I use books, certain books that I use, leveled books, and then also I use a course of planner that I really love using that helps me keep record of the kids reading, and it also keeps me focused. So I'll show you that. Okay, so let's get to it. So when the students come to my center, guided reading, I usually have at the back table here, and then I have my books here in this bookcase. And I usually start off the year with this basket here, and this goes with our curriculum. We use Wonders. So with Wonders, there is a lot of leveled readers that I love. There's a lot more than this. This is just the beginning ones. And so I use these at first, and then as the kids begin to progress, I move on to these ones. These are also with Wonders. So I have them leveled, and so they move on to these baskets here that have these leveled books, and we go through those. And then for my own resources, this is something I got at Lakeshore, and the kids love it. And I also use it as a part of my guided reading program, and it is the Reader's Theater Script box. And so it has little scripts, and it is really cool. So the kids, when they come to me in their groups, we go through the different scripts, and they read them, and they're little plays, and they all get a part, and they get to read together. And we move on to the different ones as they get better and better. So these are really fun for them to use. And then, of course, for our nonfiction, I have a National Geographic set, and this is one of the ones we're on. So we're talking about habitats. So the kids will read some of the books that have to do with habitats and animals. So this one has to do with the sloth. So I have, those are my different resources that I use for my guided reading. And then I will show you my planner in just a bit. Another resource I use, I also got this from Lakeshore. It's called First Little Readers, and I have 4 of these, and they come in levels A, B, C, D, and I love them. And so there's 100 books, they're all leveled, and the kids can move through the levels. That's why I love it so much, because we start off the year with guided reading level A, and then by the end of the year they get all the way to D. So it's through Scholastic. I ordered it from Lakeshore, and this is also another part of my guided reading program. Another guided reading activity I use along with the leveled readers is this box here called Foundational Skills Teaching Center, and it comes with a lot of different components, and this is like a little chart here that goes along with all the lessons. So I use that as like a little split chart. And each student that comes gets a little bag with letters. And also it has some dry erase markers and some little mats that go along with the lessons, front and the back, also for writing. So it has a lot of different lessons. We go through all of them, and it's really helpful to build that fluency, to build their knowledge of all the different phonics rules, and I really love the center. I just wanted to show you a little bit more about the Epic app. So this is an example of when we did a unit on historical figures. So I found a lot of books on the historical figures we were studying, and then I signed it. So each kid had their assignment for each of these books to read. And it has, some of them have quizzes, and it has, some of them even come with videos. So it's really cool. And you can see which kids are doing the assignments, which kids are reading, which kids have looked at the videos. And every time they log in, this is what they'll see. So it's really fun. I really love this app. So for my guided reading, I use a planner that I made that really helps me stay focused and on track. And so I do usually put it in a binder, or I bind it, but I just wanted to show you here because I have different options for covers. And then I have a template for the group and any notes that I need to take for that group, maybe the book that they're on or the next book that they're moving on to. And then I have also group members. Sometimes this changes, so I have templates for the group member. If you have a name for the group, a color, or a number. Again, the group members, the name and numbers. The other side I have the groups, the mini lesson ideas that I want to keep track of, and then the book or story that we're reading. The groups, another way of organizing it, mini lesson, the book or story, the name of the group, lesson topic. So if I'm focusing on a certain skill, I'll write the lesson topic in there and some notes, and then some skills I want to work on, goals and objectives, and any notes that I want to take. So plenty of those. And then I also have some charts here. So when I assess the kids, I want to make sure that I assess them on all their skills. So I have the skills labeled up top and the names going down the side. So their letters, their sounds, sight words. And then I have a teacher-student conference chart I like to keep, where I have their name, the date, what we talked about, the topic, and any notes that I want to take. And I have it in just 2 different forms here. And then I also have a pre-loaded template for a parent letter. So I tell them the skills that we're working on, the date, and I send that home periodically so parents can see what their child is learning. So this is available in my TPT store, Planning with Precision. I will link it below for you. So this is the binder I use for my assessments for guided reading and also other assessments. So for confidential purposes, I won't show everything in the binder, but I will just show some of the rubrics that I have for grading. Like for reading, we grade on a 1 to 4 scale. So just to help me out, I have some rubrics here that I use. And everything from my guided reading planner that I showed you, I usually keep in here. And every student has their own section. So it's kind of thick, but I keep everything in here. And it's really helpful also for parent conferences. So that's where I keep the contents of a lot of the assessments for guided reading and also other additional assessments too. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, you can always put them below, especially anything about guided reading or how any other resources that I use or how I do my reading centers. Just let me know, and I will see you next time. Bye.